Hey everyone, welcome to another top 10 list. This week's top 10 list is actually going to feature my coins, believe it or not. It'll probably be a quick list because I don't have a whole lot of coins, nor do I have a whole lot to say about coins. But a lot of you guys ask me, do I have coins? And actually, yes I do. Do I have anything really exciting? No, not really. No, I pretty much have the standard stuff that just about anybody has. But I do have a bunch of the books. I've got Dansko books. I've got Whitman books. I've got some of the nice Whitman books too. The books are nice. The coins aren't. There's a lot of open spots. But the question is always, do I have coins? And well, yes I do. Not many. So let's take a look at my partial, pitiful coin collection. Number 10. I do have a standard 20th century United States typeset book. I'm more impressed by the book than the coins that are on the inside because the coins aren't that great, and it's not like I've got a bunch of them anyway. But yeah, then what is this? The 20th century typeset coins. You can see, obviously, I'm missing the VDB. I do have a buffalo somewhere around. I just never put it in here. The silvers, I don't have. I've got a war nickel. Yeah, I've got a war nickel. What I don't have is from the other pages here. Let's see. I've got one of each of the dimes. I don't have the 16 or 17 quarter. The bicentennial silver, that's what I don't have. I don't have that in the dollar either. But I do have quite a few of the others. I mean, the half dollars, I should say. I don't have the dollar silver versions either. So yeah, lots of holes in this, and it's not because I can't find them. It's just that I haven't looked for them. Like I said, I could probably fill 3 holes in this if I just started digging through some boxes right away. So I've got the stuff. I just, it's on my shelf just like this. That's how I see it. When I think about it, sometimes I'll put some stuff in there, but for the most part, I don't think I've even pulled this book out in 2 years. Anyway, number 10, 20th century typeset. Number 9. This is one of the things that kind of drove me insane. This is my Lincoln Cents 1909 to 1995. This is a really, really nice Whitman book, okay? This book here is just such a cool book for collecting pennies. What's the problem? The book is worth more than the coins. That's the problem. This book is probably $30, and I'm going to put 100 pennies in it. So face value, you're talking $1 in coins. Even if they're Wheaties, that's $3 worth of coins. That's the thing that just drives me insane. But what a great book. I've got a 1910 in here. I probably have a 1909 somewhere in a box somewhere because I just haven't bothered to put them in there. But I do have quite a few pennies in here anyway. I like the Whitman books and the Dansko books that have the windows like this because you can see the coins front and back. But it's not like I ever go looking through these. I actually took all of these down off my shelf, wiped the dust down, and figured, okay, I will talk about coins. I got some that are in really good shape. You can see the backs of those. Those are pretty nice. Which ones are those? Yeah, 44s. So those 44s are pretty much uncirculated there, and that one as well. So yeah, I mean, I got some stuff that's kind of cool. They're pennies. I just don't have a whole lot of interest in trying to fill the book. Like I said, it wouldn't really be that tough to do. And even the modern stuff, the small date versus, well, obviously I don't have a double die. But you can see some of these just aren't in the greatest shape because I haven't bothered to try to upgrade them. I started probably 6-7 years ago putting them in here, and I'd upgrade them as I found them. But I've just migrated more toward doing currency. Nonetheless, really neat book to hold pennies in. It's just too bad the book is worth more than the pennies that are in it. Anyway, it's number 9 on my list, my 1909 to 1995 Lincoln Cent book. Number 8. I've got another Whitman book, Roosevelt Dimes, 1946 to 2022. And I just happen to notice we're currently at 2022. What do you know? I've had this book forever as well. So It just so happens that this is the year that this book is supposed to be done. And once again, the book is probably worth more than the coins that are in it. Well, no, because these have silver. So I've got a bunch of silver dimes. I think I got all the silver dimes, yeah. All the silver dimes here. And then once we start getting to the more modern stuff... Oh, no, missing a couple. Missing some of the 50s. Missing a 52. So, yeah, I got quite a few of the silver ones. Yeah, and then we get to... Well, 64 is the last silver. So then these start the modern clad coins. And you can see I've got lots of empties in there just because I haven't bothered to make a list and try to pull them. Granted, most of these are the S's. And I think those are probably the proofs. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, I think that's all that's missing are the S's that are in there. Yep, so that's got to be the case. And, of course, it does go to 2022, which is pretty cool. I wonder if it'll show in the back, if I can get it to focus on anything. Yep, 2016, well, 2015 is the last year they have any info on. So that's probably when this particular book was made. So that the fact that it goes to 2022 makes that a pretty cool book. Roosevelt Times, bunch of silver in there, lots of holes. Anyway, that's number 8 on my list. Number 7. Going with my quarters book, Washington Quarters from 1932 to 1990 on this particular one. Now we're getting into some stuff that's, a little bit better. I've got many of these quarters here. There's a couple open spots, of course, on the top. But silver quarters, now you're starting to deal with a little bit of weight, a little bit of value. The vast majority of these quarters were pulled from junk silver. And that's how I ended up putting most of these together, was junk silver. Junk silver is also part of the reason why I stopped collecting these, because I bought a Whitman folder full of Merc dimes that was missing like 3 dimes. So somebody went through and put the whole thing together, and I bought the entire binder for junk silver price, which, if I can do that, then why am I putting them in a binder if I can only get junk silver for them? But anyway, that was the main reason I stopped collecting them. But this is where I left off with my quarters. And yeah, there's a lot of moderns in here, 72, 70, that I just never bothered to put in because, well, once I found that one Whitman folder with junk silver price on all of the stuff, I just kind of got disheartened. And that's when I went completely with currency. So my quarters book, that is, what did I say, 10, 9, 8. That is number 7. Number 6. Getting a little more impressive. I've got one of the older Whitman books with Franklin halves. And I think I have most of these. Well, maybe not. I'm missing a couple. I'm missing the 48, the 50D, 53D. You guys know which ones are rare. I don't. I don't know. You can see lots of holes in this one toward the back. And just didn't... It's interesting that they have so many other holes, even though the Franklin set was done at this point. Kind of leads you to believe that that this is that old. Let's see, what do we got here? I'm just looking at the dates to see if there's... No, it just says 1902 to date or whatever. Well, it does list the 64 book. Okay, so this was just a bunch of open spots here on the back for this particular one. Anyway, quite a few of the Franklin halves. Like I said, I'm sure there's nothing exciting in here. I wouldn't even know what to look for. The vast majority of these, like I said, came from junk silver purchases. And I was just using this as my sorting tray, and all my duplicates went into the little canisters that you guys use to store all the rolls of stuff. And I still have a couple of those. Like I said, I got rid of most of my silver when silver prices skyrocketed. Silver's starting to move again because of the craziness overseas. So if I get anything left, maybe I'll dump that while silver is still hot for the people that think it's going to be $1 million silver ounce or whatever it is that they're talking about. Anyway, that's number 6. Okay, number 5. My first Dansko book. Dansko book, this particular one is Jefferson Nichols. Now, those of you who know Dansko books are the... See how dusty this thing is. Dansko books are the nice books. They're the professional grade books for collecting coins, which kind of pained me to buy the Jefferson book because these are just nickels. Yeah, 1938 to present. And yeah, for the most part, these are 5 cents a piece, right? Very, very little additional value. I think I got, yeah, there's one silver war nickel in there, I think. Maybe 2. So yeah, I got nickels, some nickels. It wouldn't take too long to fill these holes, I'm sure. I know the 50D is probably going to be a tough one to find. Wouldn't that have been funny if I had a 50D in here? But anyway, yeah, I got nickels. And then when they stopped with the dates, I just kept going. Put in some of the, those are the funny back ones. I don't know, I'm sure there's a, with the boat and the handshake and the buffalo. And, yeah, I don't even know. But yeah, I do have them, and that's the thing. I wanted to make sure I had a nice book, and then, once again, stop collecting coins. So that's my Jefferson nickel book, number 5 on the list. Number 4. I have a Liberty Dimes. These are Barber dimes for those of you who don't know. I'm probably the only one that doesn't know stuff like that. My Liberty Dimes or Barber dimes, you can see they go back to 1892, and I've got quite a few of these. Missing the 1895s, missing 1896, 197, like that. But I mean, I've got the vast majority of these. None of them are in real good shape. You can see this one was cleaned. But once again, the vast, vast, vast majority of these were pulled out of junk silver. And considering that I got it from junk silver, you're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm missing 7 Barber dimes from a set that I put together just by dealing in junk silver. So yeah, I'm sure upgrading all these would be kind of exciting, but it just doesn't do nothing for me. Like I said, when I bought the whole silver for or the whole folder for junk silver price, yeah, that's where it ended for me. But anyway, you can see I did go out and spend money on the books. You guys know how expensive these books are. I know the book doesn't make the collection, but it does improve the look of it at the very least. All right, number 3 on my list. Got my Indian head cents. Actually have a 1950 or 1857 Indian head, an 1858 Indian head as well. Not Indian head. Those are Flying Liberties. Flying Eagles, right? Yep. Flying Eagles. I've got 2 Flying Eagles, and I've got the first year. These are the bronze, if I remember right. 1859, 1862 are both bronze. And then I've got some of these in here. I probably bought a bag of Indian heads, and that's where I got these from. But yeah, going all the way up to 1909, you can see you got quite a few of them. Couldn't tell you the first thing about them, other than I have them, and I've got the fancy schmancy book to put them in as well. That is number 3 on my list, my Indian head cents. Number 2, one of my favorite books. My Morgan dollars, 1891 to 1921. My Morgan dollars, most of these are in rough shape. I got a lot of these from an auction. There used to be a weekly auction at one of the shops I'd go to. 1896 is actually pretty nice. That's probably like a real coin compared to all the others. I do have some Carson Cities in here, I think. I know I've got some of the O mints. But yeah, I know that 1896, I don't know if 1896 is rare or not. Probably not. If I have one, it's probably not that rare. I got some, this one here is pretty nice too. This 1904 looks like it's in really good shape. So that is the Morgan dollars, number 2 on my list. And this particular one is my second favorite book, because my favorite book would be the number 1 on the list, my 1878 to 1890 Morgan dollar book. That's right. I've got even more Morgan dollars. That 1878's in pretty good shape. You guys are probably kicking me for having Morgans in this book, especially some of the ones that are in better shape. That 1880S looks really nice. The 1880O looks really good as well. 1878 is decent as well. Just curious what other ones are in here. Yeah, you can see on the back that one's pretty good. You can see the cartwheeling in there. Yeah, you guys are probably just cringing over the fact that I've got these in a book and not slabbed up or whatever. 1883. Oh, thought there was a Carson City in here. I'm sure there is. 1885 looks pretty good. 1886S is also pretty good. There's a Carson City. 1890 Carson City looks pretty good as well. But yeah, those are my coin books. Not that exciting. I know you guys turn to me for currency. Why do you turn to me for currency? Because that's as far as I ever got with coins. If you collect coins, hey, good for you. It's not really my cup of tea, but you can't help but learn a little bit about coins while you're collecting currency as well. If you learned anything new this week, go ahead and hit that like button. I doubt it, so I don't expect any likes on this particular one. If you let's see, if you want to see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe. I love reading you guys' comments. I'm sure you guys are gonna just give it to me on this particular week, because I'm still waiting for that stuff to come back from the grading, and I knew I had to put together another top 10 list. Like I said, I know that you guys were asking about some of the coins that I have. There's like pretty much all the good stuff that I have. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.